Howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Monotalk, and it is getting stupid out there and crazy. And I'm not talking about the protesters at all. So let me just show you this clip to start this off.
What? Okay. Oh, there's more. Look at this. They just keep coming.
Oh, go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in.
Oh, God, that hurt. You good?
Are you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good. They're fucked for that, dude. What?
Okay.
Is that fucking nuts? I mean, seriously. That is fucking terrible. Terrible that we, as U.S. citizens, are being shot at, paintball, rubber bullet. If that had hit that woman in the eye, it would have exploded. If you've ever been hit by a paintball, right, just in the shooting range, which I've done paintballing out in San Bernardino, and I'm telling you, that was a lot of fun. But the thing is, you have to wear eye protection, neck protection, you don't go in shorts. I've seen people go in shorts, and they're donuts. It looks like something. If that fucking hit her in the eye, her eye would have exploded, bursted. That's a young girl, right? Listen to these fucking assholes. This is out of control. Out of control. Bricks being left on the sidewalk for protesters, right? Where's that coming from? Now we're seeing undercover cops breaking store windows and starting and instigating the violence. CNN doesn't talk about that. MSNBC doesn't talk about that. That's actually fucking happening. Actually happening. Right? And they're marching. They're pissed off. I understand completely and totally why. This is the social injustice and the abuse. It's not even, it's past racism. It's the oppression, the giant, magnanimous, whatever fucking word you want to say. It is humongous amount of oppression. Now, it's on us. You were just in house arrest because of COVID-19. You couldn't fucking leave your house pretty much. Only for food and necessities or essential things. Food, whatever. Medicine, whatever. Right? Now you can't even fucking leave your house. And if any one of you fucking blame these protesters for this kind of testosterone magnitude of the 10th power, where this is just a giant power play, and they can't do that at every fucking street. They can't go in every street. So basically, this is just a warning to everybody. And I'm pretty sure they're glad that somebody got it on tape because they want it that way. Now people are fully and absolutely scared to go out of their fucking house. So now, if you're sick with the plandemic or pandemic, whatever you want to fucking call it, you can't even, can you go to the fucking hospital? They didn't even have time to explain. They're holding cameras up. That's what, And you got to hear this motherfucker, and this is something you hear in the military, because I've heard it in the military. Okay? Listen to this fucking asshole. Assholes. Plural.
Look at this. They just keep coming.
Go! Go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up!
Did you hear that guy? Light him up. That is a term used, I don't know, in Platoon. Some new fucking movie. What is it? 1917 or whatever fucking movie is coming out praising war. Right? Who's that fucking guy who does all the war movies? God damn it. Tom fucking Hanks. That guy's like he's in a war movie. That piece of shit is in a fucking war movie every decade, at least 2 or 3 times a decade. He is their fucking shining boy. Oh, and he's the first, and his wife got the COVID right off the bat, right? Their fucking go-to. These fucking assholes. All of them. And this state is ran. Look, you've got to understand. They're doing this not just state-wise. This is something that the federal government is allowing. Trump is part of this. Everybody, no. Yes, he is part of all this shit. It's 2 parties look, Republican, Democrat. I don't care who you fucking support. These 2 fucking parties are trying every fucking day to find and use more ways to control you. To control. Because if you have freedom to think, critically think, to do the things that you need to do to be free, that's fucking scary through their corporate and 1% masters. For you to be free to do as you want is scary for them. They want to fucking control you. This is absolute and total fascist control at the totalitarian level. Completely. You said something earlier? No? Okay. Anyway, she's sitting over here. She might jump on, but this is going to be a quick one. Because this is fucking nuts. This is fucking nuts. So this is it. I mean, I got people close to me saying, we should all be peaceful and understanding and all. No. They've never been that way. There's so much more to this. And on the surface, you see, if you're watching CNN, if you're watching MSNBC, if you're watching Fox, Al Jazeera, BBC, PBS, Democracy Fucking Now, which turned into the biggest fucking hack neoliberal station on the planet, you're going to get the surface. You're not going to really get what's going on. I recommend Jimmy Dore, my show, Jamal, who else? The Last American Vagabond.
Deb.
I'm sorry? Deb Della Piana for sure. The Ungovernable. Independent Outsider. And some people that are really understanding what's happening. Right? Maybe Tim Black. Maybe Kyle Kalinske. Because he's still fucking got BPTSD, burning post-traumatic syndrome disorder or delusion.
He came around on Joe Biden this time. I think last time he voted for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, okay.
So he's getting there.
Well, he's getting close.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Kyle Kalinske. No. I had a dream one night and I said that. It was weird. But anyway, he's a good kid. He's trying. He just needs to catch up. Okay? Who's it? Radoslav, very good. And a few others out there that are just telling it like it is. They're doing the research. They're doing their own homework. They're chickity checking themselves before they wreck themselves. They're not pushing the mainstream narrative yet. They do the research first. They talk to the horse's mouth. They get on the phone. They look up their information, right, through a state, city, county, federal level of information that's been put out. They also follow the number one source of pure and factual information ever on this planet, especially in the past few decades, right? Wikipedia. Not Wikipedia. WikiLeaks. Sorry, WikiLeaks. And Julian Assange needs to... That's fucking bullshit. And this is how you know that the NPR and the Associated Press are all looking for a paycheck. Jimmy said it. Everybody said it. Right? All they care about is their paycheck. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about the facts. Because if they say the wrong thing, and if they project the wrong image, or if they display what's really fucking going on, they'll lose their paychecks. They'll lose their paychecks. Chris Hedges was just on Jimmy Dore yesterday. He was with the New York Times? Yeah, for like 10 years. He was right in the mix of it, and he clearly stated, it's all fucking control. Look, I was on the surface myself, 2014, 15, a little bit of 16 maybe, and then I started really understanding it. Then I became a green. And then I'm starting to understand more that's going out there. And I'm telling you, it is so fucking deep. And for this to happen, for this kind of shit to happen, right? For a man to put his knee on the neck of another man, just committing murder, while his buddies protect him so he can do it, his brothers in arms. That's not just state, city. That's a federal fucking thing. If the federal government truly believed that that was warranted or that it shouldn't be investigated, they would have had... Okay, let me turn it around for you. So about a year ago, somebody actually shot a lady accidentally in some kind of... with his gun. And he believed he was set up in a sense, and other people thought that as well. But the fact of the matter is, immediately, this guy, Maur Mohammed, that's his last name, and he's black, a Muslim police officer, right? I don't know if he's Muslim, but it's a Muslim name. Was sentenced to 12 years and a half for doing that. Immediately. It wasn't, it didn't take time. It didn't string out. It was a fucking immediate situation. But this piece of shit who's had 12 counts of diabolical abuse and I think murder, who knows?
Yes, he's murdered before.
And he's murdered before. These people are trained to fucking murder. They're not trained to protect and serve. Does this look like they're protecting and serving? I'm going to play it for you again, right here.
Go inside now! Get in the house!
Does that look like they're protecting and serving? Does it? Does that look like they're protecting and serving? Because it doesn't look like it to me. At all. So if I hear anybody else say that the fucking U.S. government cares about you, I'm talking about both the Democrats and both the fucking Republicans, right? If you think they fucking care about you, you're lost. Because there's people right now, almost 40, I think the number is even bigger, right? As far as people that don't have money. And the next stimulus won't be here for another weeks or months. All because of Bill fucking Gates, who orchestrated, who planned all this. Whether you think so or not, who knows? Whatever the case may be, it's bullshit and we're fucked. Now, speaking of that asshole, who all of a sudden is the virology expert of the world, right? Just because he has money controlling the World Health Organization and everybody that works in and out of the CDC. We don't really know that, but I'm telling you, they're getting close to him. People are watching. People are putting the pieces together. They're putting the dots together. But now that these riots went out, I posted this. Watch how the mainstream media will use COVID-19 fear to put these people back in their houses. Especially these protesters back in their houses. This is terrible. This is that woman, poor thing, right?
Get in. Get in.
Oh, God, that hurt. You
Are
good?
you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay, you guys?
Right on the fucking crotch. I mean,
And that's a common thing for soldiers and cops to aim at the groins of people. They do that out in the Middle East. I think it's like in Palestine, they'll do that. They will purposefully aim
Okay.
for your crotch.
I don't, at that distance with a paint gun, it's not a straight bullet. He's very lucky that he didn't hit this woman in the fucking eyeball. As I said in the beginning, he was shooting in the direction and there were 2 or 3 or 4 people out there. So odds are he's going to hit somebody. Thankfully, it appears that it was,
I'm good.
next.
They're fucked for that, dude. What?
They're fucked for that dude. I would be fucking livid.
They're in shock. I mean, they
They're-
haven't even processed what just happened.
They haven't, I was going to say, they haven't even processed what had just happened to them. They haven't even fucking processed what just happened to them. They were just assaulted by the very people that are supposed to be protecting them. They're in shock. There's no doubt. It seems, whatever. And then all of a sudden it sets in. That could have hit my eyeball. That could have hit any one of us in a very, very devastating point, to the point of death. If those things hit you, if it hits you in the temple, if one of those at that speed, these aren't fucking little, these have a lot of fucking pounds per square inch when they hit you. These aren't paintball guns like you go to the fucking store. These are backed by gunpowder. It's a lot more vicious. It's not paintballing with your friends. It's a lot different. So that could have easily made her eye burst. If hitting the temple properly, she may have died. And if somebody had heart conditions, that could have caused easily a heart attack. And they don't fucking care. This is out of control. This should definitely start a riot. This is where we need to say this is it. That is the icing on the cake, that they're shooting at a little girl on her porch, on her property. She's not on the sidewalk.
In the doorway.
In the fucking doorway. Whatever it's wrong. And this is where this has gone too far. And I'm telling you right now, people are fucking starving. There are people out there that are fucking starving. They don't have stimulus money. They don't have stimulus checks. They can't do anything. There's stories around here. And there's just 1,500 people in this fucking city. Imagine Los Angeles with almost 11 million people. Right? What's the first thing they went into Target to get when they fucking looted it? Steak. Hot dogs. Food. You don't think that's what they... I guarantee that was off the shelf within the first 5 minutes. There is gonna... If it's... And it's starting to look really bad for Bill Gates. I'm telling you, bro. You've just been... You know, the final solution isn't the solution. Right? These people are out protesting. Right? And of course, you're going to use... The mainstream media is already going to use it because they're already glorifying, right? They're already glorifying the numbers because they can't use this 300,000 mark that they said it was going to be at in the first month or two, right?
Well, don't you think it's...
Right, so I played this.
Weekend, just one of the very grim moments the country facing right now. 100,000 U.S. deaths because of coronavirus, a milestone we passed.
A milestone we passed. Did you hear what he said? I'm sorry, you were going to say? I was just paying my video.
Don't you think it's funny that just as the COVID-19 quarantine restrictions are being lifted in places, that now there's a new reason for us to stay in our homes? New curfew reasons. New curfew reasons.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. I don't know if they can hear you, but she's saying that there's... isn't it interesting that there's new...
a new reason
to be in house arrest, basically. Right? Let me play this for you again. It's fucking a piece of shit.
Scenes on streets across America this weekend, just one of the very grim moments the country facing right now. 100,000 U.S. deaths because of coronavirus, a milestone we passed.
A milestone we passed. Hey, shithead. Did you hit the halfway mark on your fucking triathlon, your marathon, right? It's a milestone. That's something, that's a term you use. A milestone is a term you use when there's some kind of podium you're trying to get to, or a victory celebration you're trying to get to. These fucking assholes are going to use this against Trump because they already are. If you're watching Facebook, if you're watching Twitter, if you're watching mainstream media, they're blaming death after death after death, which still is a blown up fucking bullshit number, because they're using, if it's relative or if the person has a trace or coronavirus, and there's so many different ways you could have it. You could have got a vaccine a while ago that has that, and they were counting your the antibodies in the tests, which could have popped positive. So the numbers are fucking off, right? So all these other countries, their numbers are kind of like this and like that, and they, I know they have a lot of people there, blah, blah. And all of a sudden it gets to us, and our numbers are just fucking exploding because they're counting everything. They're counting fucking everything. You fall off your chair, you hit your head and you die, and you have a sniffle or you have coronavirus in you, you're dead from coronavirus. Right? If you're in a car accident, this has happened on several occasions. A person or several couldn't get their fucking insurance claim, or the beneficiary of the insurance claim, because they listed it as a COVID death, even though the fucking person died in a car accident. But he had COVID. Even though we're not testing it correctly. And that person couldn't get their benefit, their death benefits. This is just fucking nuts. Nuts. Like I'm saying, they're getting close to you, Bill. You're starting to fucking throw out too many fucking hints. Too many hints. And once everybody finds out, which I believe they are, that this is all your big orchestrated plan to put a fucking vaccine to your crazy fucking eugenic ways of reducing the population or whatever the fuck your craziness is, right? And control the people with chips, whatever the fuck that is. Your sickness in your head, you disgusting creature who stole the company from some guy because your daddy's a rich motherfucker. Right? You know it. You shit. You're such a shit. Anyway, so and they're just excelling and they're using these numbers all the time, and it's just fear, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to try to keep you down and from the not being able to social distance, and pretty soon you're going to see COVID deaths because of protesting. Yes, it's going to happen. I think it's already happening today. I could be wrong. They're probably already planning it. Okay? I'm not saying, and I've never said that COVID-19 is not real. I just don't think the numbers are accurate. I do believe Bill Gates has a hand in this, and Fauci as well, which could be the case. There's just too many dots being connected, man. Watch my shows. How many fucking birds are killed and or profited by one COVID stone? Not you, not in the 99%. That's what's happening to the 99%. Right? This fucking asshole. And this fucking shit right here, these people. I'm going to play this and I'm done.
Okay. Oh, there's more. Look at this. They just keep coming.
Oh, go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in. Get in.
I'm sorry, but does that look like a horror film? That looks like a horror film. It looks like a movie. That's really happening to people.
That's footage that we would show of a different country that we need to invade and give
Yeah.
them democracy.
Yeah, so perfect. And I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't think of it as usual. But it's amazing that we would need to invade other countries because of their totalitarian dictatorship, because of their fascism. Us, America. Think about that. This is happening in our country. Where's our savior? Where's our America saving us from this fascist crap? We're the ones that have been doing it for too fucking long. It's embarrassing, it's pathetic, and it's disgusting. Heinous, terrible. Name a fucking word. Pernicious, right? I like that word. Because it's the underlining of this is so wicked. It's wrong. Wicked in a bad way. All right, pay the rest and I'm out.
God, that hurt. You got
Are
it.
you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good.
Right on the fucking
They're
crotch.
fucked for that, dude. What?
Okay.